Welcome to Take a Sip, the podcast where women in business, motherhood, and life come together to share, connect, and refill their cups. So grab your drink, take a sip, and let's dive in.
Let's begin.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
We're back.
We're back in business.
We're back with a full cup of
Coffee.
water. Yours isn't full.
It's a quarter full.
She scolded. She needed the caffeine.
Yeah. It's like the second one this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I might be. Oh, no, hang on. I've already had to. What am I saying? Stick to the water,
We're
Carla.
a bit lost this morning, aren't we?
Yeah.
Joe, what are you drinking?
Coffee, but it's got cinnamon in it.
What's that
Just
called?
cinnamon- I don't know. It's cinnamon
Oh,
coffee.
come on. Give it a
that
nice
chai?
name. Yeah, is it chai?
That-
No,
that-
it's
I've no
tea.
It's different though. Yeah.
No idea, darling.
I don't know. It's just coffee with cinnamon in it.
Well, I've stopped taking the chocolate to make a mocha. I put honey in there now. It's actually nice.
Joe, yours is sin coffee. No, don't worry.
Cinnamon coffee.
Cinnamon.
I don't know.
Cinnamon
Well, just take a sip because we're diving into something special today. I feel like I say that all the time.
Sorry we asked about what we're drinking.
I know. Jesus, we went on a tangent with that one.
We're making up from the previous.
We are. Well, guess what today's topic is?
What is it?
Motherhood and friendship.
Oh, yes.
I like this one.
Yes.
Oh, me too. I like them all, but this one's special.
Yes.
Yeah, especially
So for
because Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day from all of us.
It's such a special role.
It is.
Yeah.
Where would we be without mothers?
There's so many mother figures out there.
Yeah, whether you're a mum, a stepmum,
Or an auntie mum.
adopted mum,
Grandmother.
grandmother, yeah.
Godmother.
The
Godmother.
world goes around because of all of us.
Yeah. Because we say yes.
It does. So today, yes, we are celebrating Mother's Day. So congratulations to all of you wonderful women out there. And to you ladies.
Thank you. And to you.
Thank you. So motherhood really changes everything. So we were just talking off air about children. And I became an auntie at 13. So I've always been around children. I always knew I wanted to work with children.
Yeah.
But you, Joe, you just said you weren't
did
in
not.
that space. So we're going to share that now online.
Yeah.
So, so kids has always been a part of me.
Same. I had
That's
a
so
massive
cute.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all lived in one big, massive house. It was
Oh my
just
gosh.
me and my 50 cousins. They just let us loose in the front yard and
Yeah.
that was the days. Yeah.
But you, Joe, you didn't have that.
I
you
did
just
not.
said.
No.
So when you became a mother,
Yeah.
it was a literal head spin.
Yeah.
Because I was never exposed to being around little kids and that because I was the youngest.
Oh.
And so my sister, who is 2 years older than me, and it was just her and I and my mum and dad, and that's it. We didn't really grow up around cousins or extended family. Like we didn't have anybody here.
Did you feel like your family was lonely or you just didn't know any better and you had friends?
Yeah, I think I made up for it with friends because I was always very social and very chatty. According to my
what are you talking
school
about? You
report.
chatty.
Me never. But I was always and so I think that as I got older and even when I went through school and everything that I made up for it in that way where I still have so many of my friends from school that I'm still very, very close to and they're like family to me.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really grow up and my sister and I are super, super, super close where it's weird if I don't see her like at a minimum twice a week. It's weird. And I mean she doesn't live far from me.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So I mean we make up for it in other ways, but I didn't grow up around kids. So
Did you always feel like that you wanted to be a mum even though you weren't surrounded by...
Absolutely not. When I was younger,
Wow.
I was I will never have kids.
Oh, no.
I will never have kids. My sister always wanted to be a teacher and she loved kids and
Yeah.
she
Is
was
she a teacher
always,
now?
she is a
there
teacher.
you
She's
go.
a primary school teacher. And she always loved like kids and like we would go to like family friends' houses and like on the odd occasion and then they would have kids and my sister would gravitate towards them and she loved being around them whereas I'm just like, don't touch me.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
so then when Vin and I got together and then as I got older, then you start to really, like your mind shift, like,
Yeah, of course.
everything
Because
changes.
the opportunity is there.
Yeah, and
to
him
have
and I
kids.
were obviously, very serious and then it became, I think I actually do want kids and then it became, maybe I want 2 or 3 and then I had my son, which in itself is a whole story about how he came to be. But then when I had him, it was like I felt like I am so not prepared for this.
We never are.
Yeah. And a lot of it was because I had never been around kids. I had never grown up around, with little kids or babysitting cousins or babysitting people's children that we knew, or like I just nothing. And my sister doesn't have kids, so I was the first one to have a child. So he is still the first grandchild.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so he's incredibly spoiled.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But yes, it was very much a whirlwind.
Yeah. No, it came naturally for me when I had my first daughter. I don't know what it was. I knew how to change a nappy all of a sudden. But I was extremely lucky that I had the support around me. I just remember sitting in the bed at the hospital and the whole surround of different generations, my grandmother, my mum, my aunties. I just felt like this spectacle being watched.
Like a clown in the
circus. But yeah, like struggling to fall pregnant at first, and then, it just makes you be like, yeah, I really want this.
I think that's what changed for me as well, was the struggle to have him. So then when he did come, it was a lot more appreciation for it.
Yeah. So I mean, there's still struggle when the child is born, the challenges of not just the feeding and keeping that baby alive, but your relationship with your partner really takes a hit. Your relationship with yourself takes a hit. You don't even think about yourself. It's, I need I remember when I first gave birth, it was like probably 2 weeks later, my husband goes, you need to leave the house just for at least half an hour, go shopping or something. I didn't realise how much I needed it. Because you think, oh, no, the baby needs me. I need to be right next to her. And you don't realise how much you need to actually have that time away for yourself.
A little bit of independence.
So I thought, I'll make myself feel better and go shopping and buy some clothes. That did not make me...
Did you just buy baby clothes?
No, I would put clothes on and I didn't realise how much my body changed.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. My hips were up here and I was just bloated, and it really made me more conscious about the way I look.
Maybe 2 weeks later isn't the best choice to go shopping after a kid.
Maybe don't go shopping.
That's my tip, ladies. Don't go shopping.
Not straight away. Just wait a bit.
That's not going to make you feel better at all. But I found that moment, just laugh at myself, and then I went home and so thanks, babe. Like, you need that support from your partner as well. So it's very important. Yes, take time. Take time for yourself. Just don't go shopping. But then there's the other thing where you're like, I'm going to go, like, a few months later down the track, I'm going to go buy something for me, and then you end up buying a whole
baby
trolley
clothes. That's
full
what I
of
did.
baby clothes. It's never about you. It's always about the child.
I still do that. I go out shopping. I'm going, I'm going to try on this and that. I hate everything. And then I end up, I message Emmanuel. I found this top. I don't need it. Don't worry. Oh, no, but you need it. And then I just take it. And then I find something else for someone else. And
I know.
But you just do that.
I always second guess when I come to purchase something for me, but when it's for the girls or even George, there's no question.
Yeah, same. Why do we do that?
No, I don't know.
We do it so much. I'll do the same thing. I will drop, hundreds of dollars on things for Cruz that he absolutely does not need. And then all of a sudden it's like, this top is $50. Oh, no, I don't really need it. And it's like, why do we do that?
I don't know.
Yeah. I remember trying on this beautiful sparkly dress in the middle of the store. I'm just standing there twirling in front of the mirror. Do I need it? Do I not need it? Where am I going to store it? Why do I even need it? Why am I even here?
Where am I?
Where am I?
Too funny. Too funny.
How about mum brains? Have you had a mum brain?
I still have
I
mum
still have
brain.
them 14, 15 years later.
I do.
22 years later. My
Yeah.
son's going to be 22.
Yeah. There's one funny story. I needed to return a garment to, I think it was Big W. And not a word of a lie, for 20 minutes, the worker couldn't figure out why it wasn't scanning, got the manager in, they're both scratching their heads. And then they're looking at the receipt, they're like, sorry, darling, this is the wrong store.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
I stood there going, where am I?
Oh, my
My
God.
husband will not
Funny.
live that down. He just dies laughing every time. Like, there's another time, it wasn't my fault, okay? I was at a cafe. I think it was Oliver Brown, the ones with the crunchy balls. Have you heard of it?
No.
So you have a coffee with crunchy balls. Pretty sure it's
Max Brenner?
No, it's Oliver Brown.
Oh, I don't know, but I feel like
Anyway,
one now.
so now I walked to the counter and I called it, like, can I have a mocha with crunchy balls? And she's like, sorry, we don't have those here. And I literally said, my sister witnessed this. Where am I?
Don't they have it here?
And then I'm like, dude, you have the crunchy balls. Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not going crazy. But because, I don't know, this young worker calls it something else. But like you've got balls that go in the coffee. Like the word balls is right there. Whether they're crunchy, whether they're chocolate.
Oh, my God.
You know, help me out here, sister.
I can picture you.
I was literally like, where am I? She witnessed it and she was dying of laughter. She's like, it's okay, Karma, you're in the right store. So it just made me question.
I had one of those moments. I remember Cruz would have been about like 2 weeks old, so like fresh, newborn, straight out the womb. And I was at home, and then I just remember I went to go feed the dog and I couldn't find his dog bowl anywhere. And I was going insane because I'm running around, and then Cruz started crying, and so I'm getting stressed, and like, you know, poor Vin, he was at work. And then I ring him and I'm like, where did you put the dog bowl? I can't find, because in my mind, he's put it somewhere. Yeah. How dare he move the dog bowl? Yeah. And I am just, and he's just silent. And then he's like,
he's just watching.
And then he's just like, babe, I didn't touch the dog bowl. And I'm like, well, you must have put it somewhere. And I'm just losing my mind at him. And then anyways, and so we get off the phone, and, you know, the day carries on, and I ended up just having to grab like a disposable bowl and feed the dog in that. And then it wasn't until later on in the day, and then I was about to make dinner, and I open up the fridge, and there's the bloody dog bowl in the fridge.
Gosh.
It was empty, but it was in the fridge because the night before, when I had fed the dog, I had, in full-blown sleep deprivation mode, thought that the dog bowl went in the fridge. Yeah, poor thing.
Do you have any mum brain moments?
Mine was while I was pregnant. So it started before I popped the kid out. So I think we were having my husband's birthday, and I had all the family over, and I went to make coffee. Now, Italians have their coffee in like a percolator thing, you know, those little things.
Yeah.
It's called the mocha or cafetera to all the people out there. And I forgot to put coffee in it. At the time, I didn't know. So when I was serving outside in front of everyone, and we put it on like a nice silver tray, and you put the little espresso cups, and then you put the cafetera there, and then you go around, would you say, would you like some? I poured it. It was water. I forgot to add the coffee to the pot.
It takes some boiled water.
Yeah, would you like some boiled
Tea?
water? So they still remember that. But again, the mum brain started before I popped the kid out.
Yeah.
So as we navigate all those sleepless nights, and then those sleepless nights turned into school run moments and things like that. There's some of us that have kids younger in life, some older. So how do you navigate your friends when you are on this motherhood journey, sometimes with it, sometimes with a mum bun, as I'm doing now? Like, how do you navigate and go through life with your friends?
I had my son, because again, a lot of my friends did not have kids when I had my son.
You were one of the first?
I was one of the first to have kids. And I found that it created such a huge divide. And I lost a lot of friendships along the way, not because I chose to, but I think because when you become a mum, everything shifts. You don't have time for the things that you used to have time for. You know, like my friends would ring me at like 10 o'clock at night, hey, let's go and get coffee somewhere. And I'd be like, yeah, let's go. You can't do that when you have a child. And so a lot of those friendships that I noticed started to fracture because we just were not on the same journey anymore. Like I was in full mum mode, and they were still going out and wanting to go places and, you know, be here, there and everywhere, and like go out to dinners constantly, and like, you know, and I wasn't there anymore. But I think it's also important to know that like it's okay to separate yourself from that. That was the biggest struggle for me, was being okay with, again, saying no to those people. Yeah, and like being okay with like not feeling that feeling of like I'm missing out on something that's out there in the streets or out there with friends and that kind of stuff, that like my purpose is now different and my life is now different, and being okay with it being like that.
It's so important that you have another mum to kind of bounce off. I was lucky enough to have my best friend now, like we've been since our daughters were born, we're 2 weeks apart. So I met her when we were both pregnant, and I learned a lot from motherhood from her, because she had already had her first daughter. So it was more like, because I was in my ethnic brain where like we got to do everything for our kids, right? So I'd dress them, I'd shower them and all that, obviously. But there's a point where you need to stop doing that and let them to try and do it. And I was able to see it in real time. Like she was doing that. Yep. And like I remember that one time we took our kids everywhere together, swimming lessons, and there was one moment where her daughter was like 3 or 4 at the time. I think she was about 4 years old at the time, same age as my daughter, and I'm seeing her washing her own hair, and I'm like, I want my daughter to do that.
Yeah.
She's like, just let her do it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And their little arms are just barely reaching their heads, but they're practicing.
And they're doing it.
So I think it's important, not just as a friendship aspect, but also because it's teachable moments. There's no handbook on how to raise your kids. There are actual handbooks, but nothing compares to real life in your face.
100%.
You know, and we did everything together. We were professionals at unmounting and mounting car seats in our car.
Those car seats are so tricky now.
No, they're pretty much the same. I'd pick her up because she wasn't driving at the time. I'd pick her up. We put all our 3 kids in there because I only had one at the time. The whole back seat was full
Full car seats.
And then when I was pregnant with my 4th, I'm like, you need to learn to drive.
We can't do this anymore.
I wish, unless we get a minibus. But like she needed me as much as I needed her.
How important is that? Though?
It is.
It is so important.
Because like I helped her gain the confidence to drive because it's so important, especially living in Sydney. Like unless we're living in a village in Lebanon or Italy or France or anyway, like a village you can walk everywhere. Or if you're in the city, there's no need to walk. But driving is such a fundamental skill. Like you have to be able to drive yourself. Because like you can't rely on anybody. As a mum, you have to rely on yourself because our husbands are going to be out working. Or if you're a single mum, if you don't have that mode of transportation to be able to take your child A to B or get that groceries, even
you
as
can't do that on public
transport.
transport.
No,
There's only so much you can do.
I remember traveling on public transport because my car was in service and I used the pram. I had to wait like 3 buses until I was able to get one that had pram. I'm like, in that moment, I don't think about myself. I think about all the other mothers that don't have a choice but to use a pram or go walking.
Yep.
So like I said, you need each other more than you realize.
You need a village.
You do need a village.
It really does take a village. Because the same, like my best friend and I, we were pregnant at the same time. So both our boys.
So do you feel like you're gravitating to the people you need to?
Yes. And so her and I we've known each other since, high school. Like we became best friends in year 7 and then we just have remained best friends.
Yeah.
But obviously during that there was a period of time where, she went off and was doing her life and I went off and was doing my life and we weren't communicating as much.
Oh, yeah. When school starts.
Yeah. And then it was when I came out and I announced that I was pregnant and everybody knew that we had been trying for a really long time. And so when it came out, everyone was obviously over the moon for us and it was such a joyous moment.
Yeah.
And the first phone call I get is from my best friend and she's like, oh my God, are you pregnant? And I was like, yeah, why? She's like, Joe. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I'm pregnant too. And I was like, what?
I got goosebumps.
I know. And it was, I remember it was such a moment.
How nice.
And also because we went through pregnancy during that whole COVID period. So both of our sons were born in 2020. My son was born in May and then 3 weeks later in June, her son was born. Yeah. And during that time, it was like the peak of COVID where everything was locked down. We didn't get the people coming to visit you in the hospital and congratulating you and like people coming to see the baby.
That's one thing you're lucky to have. That's probably the only.
But I feel like I missed out.
Yeah,
I didn't get that.
To miss out.
He was
Yes and no.
Yeah, he was my one and only child, and I feel like I was robbed of that experience because I never.
You want that
got
experience to complain about it? Trust me. Because
it was so nice to have someone because it was her first child and it was my first child, and so
that's special.
That joy
could,
was
handhold through the journey, even though we were physically allowed to see each other because she lives in a different LGA than I do. But it was having someone that I could like just. Cruz is doing this. Is this normal? And then she would message me back, going, her son Elijah's doing it too. And then she would be like, it was just so nice to have someone. Yeah. So I am forever grateful to her and to the universe for that
planting us at the same time.
Yes, for making us pregnant at the same time. And she's obviously now gone on to have 2 more kids. So she's got 3 kids now. She's just had her daughter recently.
Oh, congrats.
And her kids are my kids and my son is like her son and we have always made the effort to it doesn't matter what's going on, we always come together and we'll find time for each other.
Same, like we're travelling both our families to Queensland soon, so our kids are growing up together.
It's nice.
So nice.
It is nice.
Yeah. Do you have any mum friendships that you had, or like was it lonely for you or you had a fulfilled kind of motherhood journey?
Well, I'm the baby in my family on both sides of the family. So when I had kids, everyone else was pretty much a grandparent or at a different stage. So completely different on my side of the family. With Emmanuel's family, I was one of the first to fall pregnant. Then there was another one. So we sort of raised our children together for quite some time. But in terms of friends, it was pretty much me. I had to navigate. I felt a little bit yearning for it, and that's why I started a local play group.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
What do I need? Let's start a new group.
That's the problem solver in me. So if you don't know me, if I can't find it, I build it.
Yeah, that's a good
Typical
part.
me.
That's
but
amazing.
I did. I literally started a play group in my community at a hall, and I don't know, I was a president or something at the time.
I love this.
Of course. But again, I couldn't have everyone around me because people were just in different seasons in life or different areas, and it was hard to navigate jumping in the car all the time with a newborn. So I had a play group in my local hall down the road, and I pretty much walked. Still walk now. And that was my community. So I made some new friendships there. Then my girlfriends from like school or whatever, then they started having kids much later on. But they were on the journey with me, but it was different. Like they weren't a mother. So like you were saying, Jo, they would ring at 10 o'clock at night and I'm breastfeeding or something, like completely different stage, like, you know. And then when they had their children, I had 2 children. It wasn't newborns, but it was just a different season. So I was being like a soccer mum, running around and trying to visit, you know, the girlfriends who had newborns. It was still a struggle, but I made it happen. But now that, you know, one of my besties has got her older children, we are sort of in that season where we're a bit more independent. Our children are grown up and we are there, you know, supporting one another. So I think it just depends what season you're in life. Especially me now, my children they're adults. They're so independent and they're living their own lives. And I'm so grateful to be able to witness and have that opportunity. And it's beautiful. And
I love that we're all in different stages.
I know.
You are in the adult phase, I'm in the teenage phase, and you're in the
Very much still young.
under 10 years old.
Soccer
So
mum
I do
stage.
have a question, because this question comes to mind with a lot of people, a lot of parents, especially mums. They worry about their children
Of course.
in the next stage of life. I remember when my daughters were little, and I'm like, you watch them over like a hawk, like they're crawling and they're still dependent on you being around you. But then you worry, oh my God, what if, will I still be like this, worrying about them when they start walking and want to go next door to, you know? But then when that happens, it's like, oh, okay, I worried for nothing. And then the next stage is like teenagehood, which is I've started it now.
Different worries.
Different worries. And then you just think, okay, well, it's not that bad. They haven't given me attitude just yet. I mean, they one tried, but then check them back in place. But now with adulthood, I know that they're going to be more independent. They're going to have their own mind.
lives.
You're not in control of their life anymore. How did you navigate that stage? Like, did you worry about that?
I still worry, even though they are adults.
Yeah.
My own mother worries about me, and
Still, it doesn't end.
yes, it doesn't end. But I think you have to.
It's not as scary as you think it is?
It's scary because
It
they're
is.
adults and they're in that
Workforce.
They're in the big
workforce.
bad world,
That's it, Joe. Of course you worry, but at the end of the day, you have to let them live their own life. And I say to my children all the time, yes, you guys are grown up. You've got a mind of your own. You live your own life. You know, one's got a girlfriend and whatnot. And you have to trust yourself and your partner and just think, I've done the best to raise them. And I have. And I say this literally to my boys most weeks. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of the values and all the morals that we've instilled in them. And they actually say it back, like, thanks, Mum. Thanks, Dad, for everything you've done. And that's huge. And I might get a bit emotional now, but it's huge because the older you get, life's harder. Yeah. And we've raised these little people. They're not little. It's easier to chuck a dummy in their mouth and just put them in front of a TV or something if you're having a moment. You can't do that as your children.
I'd love to see you
grow.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Come here, darling. Don't cry.
But it was so much easier when they were little. Different easy.
Different easy.
And now it's different hard. Like, I remember when my kids were 5, like your little Cruz is 5 at the moment. Wow. Like, I just think back and like, oh my God, like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, I had 2. I had a younger one, you know, when my eldest was 5.
Yeah.
And then I think of teenagers and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And now they're adults and you just think,
It's like
okay.
they're not under your control anymore.
No.
Not control, but guidance. They're still under your guidance, but
Yeah,
they've
but
got more
they'll
of an
always need the
opinion.
mum.
They always need the mum, and they always say
They've got
that.
more free will to do what they need to do.
Yeah, and I think it's that not let it go so much, but you have to just trust that
What you've done
is
enough.
And it is. And maybe it isn't enough and whatnot. I mean,
But there's no rule book.
no. And I've always worked with kids, and being a mother, I always say, is the best job in the world. It really is. But it's the hardest. Oh, I could easily just go work in childcare right now.
Just sit there
Easy.
and think about it. Really think about it. You've kept these people
Alive.
humans alive.
No.
You've increased their knowledge, their awareness, just problem solving. Like we're like coaches.
We are.
with
We're so
emotion.
many. Yeah.
It's just crazy to think about, isn't it?
Yeah.
That,
It is.
It's the most intense, the most, like full on job in the world that most of the time gets absolutely no recognition except for Mother's Day. And that's it.
Love it, love it. Well, my husband and I, we made a conscious effort to not just celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Valentine's Day on just those days. That's why when especially the recent Valentine's Day doesn't faze me at all whether we get anything. We just spend the day together. My husband gets roses. I do have a funny story though. So you see that beautiful, perfect rose.
Did you give that to him?
No, my husband bought it. So the poor guy, got up early, went to one of those, those
On the side of the road?
the side of the road
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
So he got roses. He always gets the roses, single roses, but he saw this beautiful big bunch of roses for me, and he wanted to make sure it looked perfect, like this beautiful,
Aw.
perfect color, not one thing. He gives it to me, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And I just kept looking at him like, wow, they are actually very perfect color, everything.
Are they real?
So I'm coming to touch him, like, babe, did you know they're fake? He's like, what? Georgia, and he reacts.
Yes.
He goes, I was asking the man, I go, what's the difference between these flowers and those flowers? And the guy just said, nothing.
Aw.
I don't know.
Oh, well,
if
they last forever now.
they
There
last
you go.
forever. I go, babe, but just don't get me any fake roses every year because then I can't get rid of them.
I know, they're just sitting here now.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with them?
I know.
Make a nice new arrangement or something.
But I just thought it was hilarious. And I actually said to him,
Oh, bless.
at first I thought, well, this guy conned us. But then I thought maybe his wife didn't tell him that they were fakes either. Maybe
He didn't know, the poor man.
Maybe he also didn't know that they were fakes. I'm just giving benefit of the doubt to make me feel better too. But either way, it's a beautiful gesture. But his face dropped, and
Poor thing.
I thought that was funny. But yeah, make that conscious effort every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
So
what I say to my kids. Just really be grateful because life is not easy. We've had so many hurdles in our life, and I think it comes down to mindset and pushing through and not just sticking through and making it work. Really navigating it in so many ways. Whether you have quarrels or whatever differences.
Because the reality is you're going to.
You
In a
are.
relationship, it's never going to be always sunshine, rainbows.
No.
There's it's life. It's
Life is
real
like that. And we've listened to that
issues.
from our parents and other generations.
Yeah, but our parents and their generation would be like, suck it up, just keep, But whereas I tell my daughters, okay, it's okay to cry and whinge, but we got to pick ourselves up. How are we going to solve this problem?
Different sort of, times.
how are we gonna
but
navigate
it's really important how you navigate that. And your children watch you. I don't know about you guys, but mine, whew, especially your little one, 5.
You don't realize
how much.
they're
I don't
watching.
realize how much he's watching until he starts. His new thing is, my bad. My bad. And I go to him, where did you learn that from? He's like, Dad. And I'm like,
Yeah.
And then I looked at Vin and I'm like, do you realize how much you actually say that? He's like, no, I don't. And then in the middle of something we'll do, he's like, my bad. Oh, wait, I do say it. And I was
my
like,
God.
yeah.
And they do. They watch and learn so much from us. So it's...
Just careful what you say. That's my...
Well, luckily it was just my bad, not something else.
yeah. That's
Well,
good.
sometimes they say other things. But it's... Motherhood really is the best hood, is what I say.
Yeah. We always talk about community in the business aspect, but community in motherhood is so different and the level of support that you get from other mums is so different. And like the amount of things that I have learned from yourself, Karma and Carla, because you're in such different stages of life that I haven't reached yet with my son.
Yeah.
But even just hearing about those sorts of things kind of already has mentally prepared me from when he is older and when he, you know, kind of goes through teenagehood and is becoming an adult and all of those things. And that's something that you can't get from anybody else unless you're a mum and somebody else has experienced it and can pass on a lot of that wisdom to you. So I feel like as much as, you know, we
can do it all.
Yes, as much as we say that we can do it all and we want to be the one to do it all, it's okay to ask for help and admit when you're, you know what, I just can't give 100% today. Because we all have those moments.
Absolutely.
I do. Today I was just like, oh, God, and Cruz has soccer this afternoon. And I might need to tap out.
Just stop liking it. So I can stay home. But you want them active.
I know. See, this is the quandrum. This is the thing. It's the they need to be active, but I'm
Only
tired.
Put a rope around there.
Yeah.
And just go while you're lying down, sipping a pina colada or something.
I know.
Let them run around and have a snooze.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
We're human. I remember when my eldest was playing soccer, he goes, did you see my goal? I went, yeah. I'm thinking, oh my God, no, sorry, I missed it because I don't know. I blinked or I was reading a book
too
or
quick.
doing something on the barbecue or canteen.
Nothing happening for 99% of the game and the 1% that I blink.
I know. So,
Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, it really is a journey. So we're going to wrap it up there. So not really a tips or anything that we're going to be sharing today, but just celebrating motherhood and friendships. And thank you to you women.
Thank you. And just
you
showing
so
up.
much.
The power of showing up. You don't need to buy them anything fancy.
No.
You don't need to, you know,
Those aren't the
spoil
things that they'll
them.
remember.
You know, they want you. No matter how much you think it's not important, like the face that they give you when you walk into their classroom, for example.
Yeah,
like they're so
yeah.
proud.
Absolutely.
So just be there. Just your presence, not your presence.
As much as you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And happy Mother's Day.
So cheers.
Happy
Cheers to all
Mother's
the
Day.
mothers out there.
Cheers.
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 Yeah, we're going to clink and we're going to clink.
clink, 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 clink.
Joe. So
Clink.
happy Mother's Day and
Mother's
thanks for
Day,
tuning
everyone.
in.
Thank
and
you.
see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.